50519. 15 Hotel Aircraft Hydraulics Repair, Class 719. 15 Romeo AH-64 Attack Helicopter Repair, Class 1619, 51319, and 52519. And 15 Tango UH-60 Helicopter Repair, Class 4519, 4619, and 51719. Army Aviation Maintenance Training began at Fort Eustis, Virginia in 1954. Since its beginning, Fort Eustis has continued a legacy of maintenance training excellence, training active duty, National Guard, and Army Reserve soldiers, along with Air Force personnel and international partners, with a lineage that dates back to Operation Just Cause in Panama. The Army redesignated the United States Army Aviation Logistics School as the 128th Aviation Brigade on February 1st, 2012. Today, the 128th Aviation Brigade trains over 5,500 soldiers annually in every Army aviation helicopter specialty. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation given by Chaplain Hicks and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Good morning. Let me invite you to pray with me. Father God in heaven, this is the day you have made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Father, as we gather here for this graduation, be with these fine soldiers. Be with them, give them strength and guidance. Watch over them in their future endeavors. Continue to bless them with each and every day. Watch over them and their families. Lord, be with us all. Lord, continue to bless these great United States, the United States Army, and the 128th Aviation Brigade. We pray that your will be done. We pray this in your most precious holy name. Amen. Amen.
Please be seated. The guest speaker for today's ceremony is Sergeant First Class Chavita. Sergeant First Class Chavita is a native of Mesa, Arizona. He joined the Army as a 15 Delta aircraft powertrain repairer. Throughout his 11-year career, Sergeant First Class Chavita has held positions of increasing responsibility, culminating with his current assignment as a drill sergeant for 3rd Platoon, Alpha Company, 1st of the 222nd Aviation Regiment. Sergeant First Class Chavita has deployed 6 times in support of Operation Enduring Freedom, as well as multiple PACCOM and UCOM overseas rotations. Sergeant First Class Chavita's awards include the Army Commendation Medal, 4th Award, the Army Achievement Medal, 5th Award, and the Army Good Conduct Medal, 3rd Award. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Sergeant First Class Chavita.
Let me start off by saying that I've always been a firm believer that the guest speaker doesn't need to be up here for an extended amount of time. That if done correctly, they need only a few minutes to say their piece and get down to the bones of their audience. So here it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, families, and friends, good morning. There we go. I would like to personally thank the families, friends, and loved ones who are in attendance today. Thank you for making the trip to see your soldiers on this momentous day. It is greatly appreciated, and it's a ceremony that you will never forget. Your love and support is what these soldiers need. With your love and support, they can continue to accomplish anything. As a family man myself, I'm a firm believer that behind every soldier is an amazing family that is there to get them through absolutely anything. Whether it be hard times, good times, or big accomplishments, family is always there to help their soldier along. They will lean on you in the hardest of times. They will need your support, and some days for you to be their rock. Family is everything, and without them, your soldier can falter. Soldiers, when you get to your unit, you're going to see relaxed standards, and you're going to see complacency. However, you're going to see amazing leadership. You're going to see esprit de corps, and you're going to make what I like to call Army family. I challenge you to maintain the standard that has been instilled in you, to maintain the standard that you have been shown of right looks like, to maintain that motivation and drive, to be the best and lead the best. Take charge in the absence of orders. Find that leader at your unit that you want to strive to emulate. That leader that is always out front and displaying of what right looks like. Take the characteristics of that leader and build yourself into your own style of leadership. I look out in front of me at the graduating classes, and I see young leaders. I see heart. I see discipline. I see motivation. I see soldiers that are going to become NCOs one day. I see soldiers who are going to make a great impact. And I see the future of this Army. An Army that I love with all of my heart. An Army that continues to give me a reason to have the passion to be a leader, to be a drill sergeant. An Army that makes me proud to not only stand before you and train you, but it makes me proud to stand next to you and to wear this flag with honor and pride. I'll never forget a question one of my greatest mentors asked me. What kind of legacy are you going to leave behind? What kind of impact are you going to make on your soldiers? I know the impact and legacy that I have left behind and continue to do so. I know the stakes that I have planted in my path, the lives I have impacted, the minds that I have influenced, and the soldiers that I have molded. So now I ask you the same. What kind of legacy are you going to leave behind? What kind of impact are you going to make? Congratulations, graduating classes. I'm proud of you and wish you the best of luck. Go out there and make history. And don't ever forget, drill sergeant is everywhere. This will defend upon the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that we will now present diplomas and award aviation badges to the graduates. Feel free to take photos throughout the presentation. The distinguished graduate is that graduate who is #1 graduate of their class. These graduates are selected on academic standing, leadership, physical fitness, and discipline. They will receive a 1-year membership and certificate of achievement from the Army Aviation Association of America, along with a certificate of achievement and coin from the 128th Aviation Brigade. The distinguished graduate for 15 Gulf Aircraft Structural Repair, Class 619, is Private Shaquan Brown.
Yes.
Private Brown is from Port St. Lucie, Florida, and will be assigned to Fort Campbell, Kentucky. The distinguished graduate for 15 Gulf Aircraft Structural Repair, Class 50519, is Specialist Jongwoo Song. Specialist Song is from Daytona Beach, Florida, and will be assigned to Wheeler Army Airfield, Hawaii. The distinguished graduate for 15 Hotel Aircraft Hydraulics Repair, Class 719, is Private David Patchen. Private Patchen is from Levittown, Pennsylvania, and will be assigned to the Pennsylvania National Guard. The distinguished graduate for 15 Romeo AH-64 Attack Helicopter Repair, Class 1619, is Private Dylan Rogers. Private Rogers is from Quinlan, Texas, and will be assigned to Fort Hood, Texas. The distinguished graduate for 15 Romeo AH-64 Attack Helicopter Repair, Class 51319, is Private Rochelle Deschaines. Private Deschaines is from Chipley, Florida, and will be assigned to Fort Bliss, Texas. The distinguished graduate for 15 Romeo AH-64 Attack Helicopter Repair, Class 52519, is Private Ramel Sanchez. Private Sanchez is from Tamuning, Guam, and will be assigned to Fort Crone, New York. The distinguished graduate for 15 Tango UH-60 Helicopter Repair, Class 4519, is Specialist Erica Glover. Specialist Glover is from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and will be assigned to the New Mexico National Guard. The distinguished graduate for 15 Tango UH-60 Helicopter Repair, Class 51719, is Specialist Matthew Hunter. Specialist Hunter is from Ypsilanti, Michigan, and will be assigned to Wheeler Army Airfield, Hawaii. The honor graduate is that graduate who is the second highest graduate of their class. They will receive a certificate of achievement from the 128th Aviation Brigade. The honor graduate for 15 Gulf Aircraft Structural Repair, Class 619, is Private Kevin Dawson. Private Dawson is from Houston, Texas, and will be assigned to Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington. The honor graduate for 15 Gulf Aircraft Structural Repair, Class 50519, is Private Rafael Orellana. Private Orellana is from Fort Smith, Arkansas, and will be assigned to the Arkansas National Guard. The honor graduate for 15 Romeo AH-64 Attack Helicopter Repair, Class 1619, is Private Joseph Meyer. Private Meyer is from Bloomington, Minnesota, and will be assigned to Camp Humphreys, South Korea. The honor graduate for 15 Romeo AH-64 Attack Helicopter Repair, Class 51319, is Private Adonis Hernandez. Private Hernandez is from Victorville, California, and will be assigned to Camp Humphreys, South Korea. The honor graduate for 15 Romeo, AH-64 Attack Helicopter Repair, Class 52519, is Private Sung Hyun Shin. Private Shin is from Los Angeles, California, and will be assigned to Fort Riley, Kansas. The honor graduate for 15 Tango, UH-60 Helicopter Repair, Class 51719, is Specialist Donghyun Lee. Specialist Lee is from Los Angeles, California, and will be assigned to Wheeler Army Airfield, Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold your applause as the remaining graduates receive their diplomas and aviation badges. Sergeant Major Errol Irdil. Sergeant Major Irdil is from Ankara, Turkey, and is assigned to the Turkish Army. Sergeant First Class Saeed Al-Shaharani. Sergeant First Class Al-Shaharani is from Dammam, Saudi Arabia, and is assigned to the Saudi Royal Army. Sergeant Justin Bryant. Sergeant Bryant is from Little Rock, Arkansas, and is assigned to the Arkansas National Guard. Sergeant Gigi DeSassi. Sergeant DeSassi is from Gaithersburg, Maryland, and is assigned to the Maryland National Guard. Corporal Julian Alfonso. Corporal Alfonso is from Bogota, Colombia, and is assigned to the Colombian Army. Corporal Fabian Franco. Corporal Franco is from Bogota, Colombia, and is assigned to the Colombian Army. Corporal Krishna Kumar. Corporal Kumar is from Rajpur, Bihar, and is assigned to Air Force Station Jodhpur, India. Specialist Robert Clark. Specialist Clark is from Sumter, South Carolina, and will be assigned to Camp Humphreys, South Korea. Specialist Cody Carl. Specialist Carl is from Farmington, Utah, and is assigned to the Utah National Guard. Specialist Jenny Liu. Specialist Liu is from Pensacola, New Jersey, and is assigned to the New Jersey National Guard. Specialist Jonathan Reed. Specialist Reed is from Manchester, New Hampshire, and is assigned to the New Hampshire National Guard. Specialist David Tulugan. Specialist Tulugan is from La Crescent, Minnesota, and will be assigned to Fort Riley, Kansas. Specialist Julian Welsh. Specialist Welch is from Augusta, Georgia, and will be assigned to Fort Riley, Kansas. Private First Class Tanner Bounds. Private Bounds is from Lumberton, Mississippi, and will be assigned to Wheeler Army Airfield, Hawaii. Private First Class Alyssa Duvall. Private Duvall is from Woonsocket, Rhode Island, and will be assigned to Wiesbaden, Germany. Private First Class Pimon Quadio. Private Quadio is from Essex, Maryland, and will be assigned to Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Private First Class Suyok Lee. Private Lee is from Ellicott City, Maryland, and will be assigned to Fort Riley, Kansas. Private First Class Natalia Rodriguez. Private Rodriguez is from Las Vegas, Nevada, and will be assigned to Camp Humphreys, South Korea. Private First Class Daniel Stanley. Private Stanley is from Henderson, Kentucky, and is assigned to the United States Army Reserve. Private Robert Berry. Private Berry is from Mount Gillette, Tennessee, and will be assigned to Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Private Vanessa Bennett. Private Bennett is from Modesto, California, and will be assigned to Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Private Arnaldo Bertolli. Private Bertolli is from Port Charlotte, Florida, and will be assigned to Camp Humphreys, South Korea. Private Stephen Bowman. Private Bowman is from Hohenwald, Tennessee, and will be assigned to Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Private Evan Brooks.
Yeah.
Private Brooks is from Charlotte, North Carolina, and is assigned to the North Carolina National Guard.
Woo! Let's go, boy.
Private Luke Clunis. Private Clunis is from St. Petersburg, Florida, and will be assigned to Hunter Army Airfield, Georgia. Private Angelo Da Silva. Private Da Silva is from Lake Worth, Florida, and will be assigned to Fort Hood, Texas. Private Kyler Edmonds. Private Edmonds is from Tigard, Oregon, and will be assigned to Camp Humphreys, South Korea. Private Tyler Eshelman. Private Eshelman is from Bedford, Pennsylvania, and will be assigned to Wiesbaden, Germany. Private Alejandro Gomez. Private Gomez is from Enterprise, Alabama, and will be assigned to Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Private Alvaro Grania. Private Grania is from Miami, Florida, and will be assigned to Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Private Christian Guthrie. Private Guthrie is from Cedar Park, Texas, and will be assigned to Camp Humphreys, South Korea. Private Isaiah Hall. Private Hall is from San Diego, California, and will be assigned to K-16, South Korea. Private Clifford Henson. Private Henson is from Yelm, Washington, and will be assigned to Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington. Private Joseph Holt. Private Holt is from South Glen Falls, New York, and is assigned to the New York National Guard. Private Dakari Jackson. Private Jackson is from Jacksonville, Florida, and will be assigned to Camp Humphrey, South Korea. Private Lensley Jean Simon. Private Jean Simon is from Orlando, Florida, and will be assigned to Wheeler Army Airfield, Hawaii. Private Cameron Kell. Private Kell is from St. Augustine, Florida, and will be assigned to Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington. Private Colby Kendall. Private Kendall is from Temple, Texas, and will be assigned to Camp Humphrey, South Korea. Private Mark Krizan. Private Krizan is from Irvine, California, and is assigned to the California National Guard. Private Neil Kirkendall. Private Kirkendall is from Shirley, Arkansas, and will be assigned to K-16, South Korea. Private Benjamin Landry. Private Landry is from Willington, Connecticut, and is assigned to the Connecticut National Guard. Private Lascelles Malcolm. Private Malcolm is from Orange, New Jersey, and will be assigned to Hunter Army Airfield, Georgia. Private Devin Marble. Private Marble is from Burleson, Texas, and will be assigned to Camp Humphrey, South Korea. Private Rayvon McDonald. Private McDonald is from Queens, New York, and will be assigned to Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Private Michael Meza. Private Meza is from Lusby, Maryland, and will be assigned to Fort Carson, Colorado. Private Lamar Myers. Private Myers is from Hempstead, New York, and will be assigned to Fort Drum, New York. Private Parker Pruitt. Private Pruitt is from Valonia, Arkansas, and is assigned to the Arkansas National Guard. Private Jonathan Putnam. Private Putnam is from Moody, Texas, and will be assigned to Camp Humphrey, South Korea. Private Nicholas Putnam. Private Putnam is from Moody, Texas, and will be assigned to Fort Bliss, Texas. Private Joseph Quintanilla. Private Quintanilla is from Santa Rita, Guam, and will be assigned to Fort Hood, Texas. Private Kenley Randecker. Private Randecker is from Salina, Kansas, and will be assigned to Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington. Private Quinn Robinson. Private Robinson is from Feeding Hills, Massachusetts, and will be assigned to Hunter Army Airfield, Georgia. Private Jamie Rodriguez. Private Rodriguez is from Phoenix, Arizona, and will be assigned to the Arizona National Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's graduation ceremony. As a reminder, the restaurant will be serving fried chicken and mashed potatoes following the ceremony. The cost is $9.50. We thank you for attending. You may now congratulate your graduates. Pin their way.